everyone. So as you find your way to work, what experiences do you have? And how do they shape the day that you intend to have and what you end up experiencing? So I wanted to share this beautiful moment that happened in my day last week as I was on my way to a meeting. I was getting in the lift at my partner's apartment block, and I was in the lift by myself, and as I was travelling down to the floor that I wanted to get to, it stopped and a guy got in a couple of floors down. And as he got in the lift, we smiled at each other and the doors closed and we continued on our way. Then all of a sudden, he looked over at me and he reached out his hand, and his hand was filled with grain waves. They are little crisps. And he said to me, "Would you like some?" And I looked at him and I smiled and I just said, "Oh, thanks so much for sharing." And then we continued to have this conversation. He had just grabbed a handful on his way out because his girlfriend was offering them to him, and there he was, and we were having a bit of a joke about how he'd been pretty reserved about the handful that he'd grabbed, and then my floor of the lift arrived, and we wished each other a really great day, and I left. Now for me, the flow on of that moment has literally still been sitting in my being. I am reflecting on it now in this video, and I have been reflecting on it at different times since it happened. And what it brings up for me is the beauty in what can really be shared in a seemingly mundane life moment, when we are really living in alignment with the values that we hold true to ourselves. In that moment, we shared a kindness, generosity, being present with each other, and really letting down those barriers that can often be sitting there in our adulthood. When really, back when we were all younger as free-spirited children, that doing such generous actions of giving in that way might have not really been thought about with as many inhibitions. So I wanted to prompt a reflection, if you feel drawn to, around your own workday experience and how it might be that you can step into living in alignment with what really matters to you. What do you value? And how might you create opportunities to live in alignment with your value? And maybe it can be as simple as sharing a grain wave with someone that you may never see again. So thanks very much for spending this time with me, and may you have a magical day every day.